its quarterback today. Gore is in the backfield. The 49ers snap it up at the 26. Tackle's made, and the first down is picked up.
When a coach can have a run and picks up those kind of yards, it gives them confidence.
We're live.
Will show more and more patience.
The weather's muted.
It's blinking, it's muted.
What up? It's K-Starr. We're in the finals. Mo. Come on over, dude. Takeaways on that?
Takeaways on D.
Takeaways on D.
Gore's going to be tired after this run. That is a good long run. The offensive line was
So basically, what? Takeaways D. This whole tournament's been kind of on point. It's been pretty. Is it more of coverage? I haven't really seen him play. It's been more coverage based or more of blitz.
And then Mo's defense has just been solid. I mean, Takeaways defense has got to be right now because I think Mo wants the Twins better. Because I played Takeaway early. He scored 10 points. I just played like ass. He was running quarters though, so him being in the 4-4, whatever this is, 4-6. Go to number 5, I think.
this team. They can power it up in there and pick up those tough yards.
6-6 then.
Boom, full screen. Miller with the catch.
So what happened with you in the tournament today?
I played with Arizona for most of the tournament. I did okay. My games what I played, I think I played marked out first. I had a bye first round, and I winning 17-0. He had a bad break, like his first drive, I think, when he had like a fourth down that he basically completed it, but the dude didn't get both feet in bounds or whatever. I played pretty good D, and like I said, Cardinals are the team I usually play with. I played Mo, who was in the championship game. He beat me. And let me tell you, people, field goals are no sure thing, especially offline, because against Mo, I had a big field goal missed right before halftime. It was like a 50-yarder. It wasn't that, out of the realm of being like an easy kick every other year in Madden. It's always like, a foregone conclusion. Everyone's going to make a field goal. But this year it's pretty difficult comparatively anyway.
Yeah, I think Mo missed one. It might have been takeaway earlier. That missed one from like 47. He missed a ratio. Not easy at all.
Yeah, seen a lot from missed field goals today, actually. And that missed field goal that I had influenced my decision later when I was playing blue. I think it was 28-21, and it was the fourth quarter. There was about 35 seconds left on the ball. He was 35. I actually decided to punt it because he had no timeouts left, rather than try to take the field goal, go up by 10, because I figured probably a better chance, of winning the game if I just punted instead and let him kind of have to, go chase down the field and, waste time doing that, rather than missing the field goal and conversely him, give him the short field and all that stuff. So they ended up losing to Fiasco when I played him. He used the Redskins, and they are tough, man. And actually, I feel like I overthought the situation because I ended up actually bringing the Steelers out because, again, I played Arizona, and my concern is their speed at linebacker, which they do not have. They're very slow at the linebacker position.
If you would have done it all over again and gone with the Steelers,
that's what I had. That's why I won the Steelers, because of Shazier. That's why I figured gave me my best chance.
so you
I actually did go.
Cardinals?
Yeah, actually I would go to Cardinals because it's my comfort level. Like, I've been playing with the Steelers and all that stuff, but the tournament team I chose to use pretty much all day and had settled on before I came here was Arizona, because the big bodies kind of gives you more options to I think attack different parts the field with. But Joe Fiasco's a great player. I don't think he was on the stream or not, but he has a very, very good offense. And so it was a very fun game actually competing with him.
Very surprised with all the defense that's in the game this year that people took for granted an overpowered run scheme like the counter and the strong power to focus more on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, it's no secret that Mo's been running this offense since the first day the game came out. People just kind of ignored it anyways to allow it to make this easy of a run to the finals in the first tournament of the year. I'm a little bit surprised.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of been the theme all day is you've been seeing loud counters and all that stuff, so it feels like everyone saw effective run beginning of the year and decided to add that to their arsenal or just have that be their scheme. And I guess, like you were saying, I heard people say this throughout the day that no one really allowed D effectively against it because I guess people just assume that it can't stop itself eventually because it's a counter. Why would you spend a lot of time defending the counter run or having to? But in this game, you apparently need to do that, and I think when everyone gets home and tonight, throughout the next couple of weeks, if people get ready for the next tournaments throughout the year, they will work on their counter run D because obviously if you don't have it, it's going to cost you.
So September is a busy month on the tournament scene. If you had to take one thing from this tournament going forward, what would it be?
Well, again, aside from just finding counter run D, probably just that, as hard as it is, as people say it is to pass in this game, you've seen very, very simple, effective schemes, still put points up on the board. But I mean, I didn't really see any defensive schemes that really pose a lot of problems. They're just more or less all offensive run schemes that pose a lot of problems. And again, I think that's what a lot of people have to work forward to defending throughout the year.
A lot of people are in love with crashing down on defense and with this outside run. Everyone's running counter, outside run, strong power, outside run, base. They're bouncing it outside. Crashing down along with that.
Let's go!
Ooh, nice D there by Mo. 4th and 6 turnover, and Mo in control. But yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. That's when the concept is crashing D line down, getting pressure. But again, maybe that's maybe that's why the counter runs even more effective because everyone's crashing the line down, as you said, and they're bouncing to the outside. So.
Fumble and Mo recovery.
I mean, maybe it's just as simple as people need to start trying to see if they can find blitzes where they may have to crash the line right or left, so at least give them a chance than crash the line down. Because again, that may be a big reason as to why, as we see here, counters are so effective in this year's game because people are just playing it wrong. So now we're just ignorant to it.
So Mo takes a 14-0 lead. First ball half.
Oh, you get ball at half, right? Take Wiggett's ball at half. But Mo is in the driver's seat as he has often been. I mean, we've seen this a lot, right, where Mo's in the finals. Having a pretty basic offense, but playing great defense and just taking what the defense gives. And, not trying to out-coach himself. By trying to do too much, he's going to do what works. And not, defer away from that or go out and swear.
Come right back and play the game. So showing too much right now, there's no point in up 2 sessions.
Right? I mean, especially if you're screaming for A gap. I mean, that's you see here. I mean, that 4th and 6 he got on earlier, and he just got sacked yet again. And it looks like he's pretty solid heat coming off the A gap.
Quarterback has a strong arm, but I am starting to question his touch. Need a little more touch on those deep passes. That time he overthrows the receiver.
The offense now needs to pick up the first here on 3rd down after that incompletion.
Up top to Crabtree in traffic. Turns it down.
Nice user grab there. Cute little jetpack. I mean, not quite as bombs away as we saw earlier from the Buccaneers from Chad. But we see that. You look at Anquan Bolden holding the ball.
You saw Joe switch his team the only time all tournament just to play against Chad.
Yeah.
That was the only time you used the Cardinals, like, correct? Oh, so the Cardinals are your answer. Okay.
We welcome you in now for the EA Sports halftime report presented by Verizon. Now let's take a look back at the first half. The 49ers are behind right
Jay,
now,
that's
but
not
the
true.
home
There are people who can pass. But there's no need right now for a lot of people to pass. There's been some effective passing schemes, but honestly, there's no reason to. So takeaways on offense. Down 14, it's not all over yet. On this touchdown drive and stop to get back into it. So.
Even if takeaway loses this game, we still have to stay focused at the end of it just to kind of zone in on what Mo was doing. Because
you gotta do it again.
Come back and play the game.
Yeah.
But at least it gets the defense thinking that you will try some long throws down the field.
Looks like Jag needs some attention. Hey, Jag.
That's Crabtree in traffic again. He's going to catch on.
Was that pun intended or not? Damn. Willis with the hit stick on Cat. About took his head off.
A lot of wide nine today.
Yeah, it's definitely been a very popular defense. The wide 9-4-3 scheme. And there it is. And that's the risky run when you rely on a user catching based jetpack offense, especially with Kaepernick. It's going to overthrow a lot of those. Kind of pick your spots, I think, personally. I still want to do it. I mean, I don't think anyone could really, although we've seen someone do it earlier, build a scheme around just straight jetpacks. But again, you're still going to have those overthrows that could cost you a game.
That's the whole reasoning behind using the Patriots. If I'm going to make a bad throw, I might as well be Brady. Give myself a chance to throw with Captain. Play action. Gets left and right.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, still have to put points on the board, but again, the defense is starting to surface at least, showing signs of life. Goal was one there again. But again, I mean, down 14. And again, he has won 2 games in a row. Like, it's the odds are dwindling.
Right, unless takeaway wants to switch to I think it always that was the mesh post plan.
The mesh plays are really effective this year, especially since, you know, you can't hot route a lot. It takes longer to do so.
We were talking about that earlier. The drags are really, really good this year, but at the same time, turning your player on the field is very hard. You can only imagine how hard it would be to stop drags if you could immediately turn on field after you caught the ball.
Yeah, no kidding. I think it kind of like that was like that with the bit. Oh, it's a screen. That should have been picked, but doesn't matter. Turnover on downs regardless. Great lock up there. It kind of reminds me of Madden 10 where, you know, drags are really good. And like a lot of flat routes are really good, but it was actually harder to cut up field right away. Like the movement was even jerky, some would say. But yeah, drags very effective. But you know, luckily at least you can like catch a drag and strike, just cut up on a dime and just pretty much house call it if you have a quick receiver. Speaking of something we've seen throughout the day, a lot of people having to go offsides because, you know, the game either accidentally took the play for them or they didn't have a chance to, you know, pick one at all. Yeah.
Extra point is good. The 49ers will have their kicking team on the field now. Their defense made a huge
That was huge though for takeaway. Let's be real. Finally on the board. 14-7. Only one touchdown game.
He's locked up 2 or 3 possessions in a row, too.
Just got to take that ball away another time, and you know, honestly, he could position himself if Mo starts matriculating his way down the field. I mean, take away gets the ball, he could still effectively win this game on one drive if he chews the clock effectively. You know, goes for 2, so he definitely still has a very winnable chance in this ball game.
It's like the Giants defense, very similar to the 43 mentioned. One problem being is you got one linebacker on the field.
I think that's the residual effects you see from the true clock feature being enabled.
Yeah.
We see a lot of, you know, timeouts being taken down in the third quarter of ball games, and rightfully so, right? Because I mean, again, you don't want someone just to chew out a whole half on you.
That's exactly what happened when I played takeaway. I got the opening kickoff. We went the length of the field for, and actually I went over the field goal for half. We got the ball coming out, and she milked away the entire third and most of the fourth quarter. I got the ball back with 10 seconds left.
Scale 1 to 10, how much fun did you have playing that game? Just curious.
That was
Probably a 2.
yeah. Might be generous.
The 49ers really showed their strength on that last drive, piling up over 70 yards rushing.
So barring a huge change of events, it looks like we're going to have one more game for the finals.
First down here. Kaepernick will be taking the snap out of the pistol and the give to Frank Gore. He's brought down at the 23-yard line. And now they'll try over again on second down. Wasting no time now for this next play.
I'm convinced that when you screened at him to start, it kind of scared him off of it because he didn't want to stay in the pocket. So you got that sack to make it 3rd and 16 as opening drive, and then he like really checked down the rest of it.
Yeah, and you're playing man against him too, and that he didn't like that.
The 49ers pistol set here. 3rd down and 3.
Run to daylight feature has been brought back to life here today, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I don't sound really enthused about it.
Takeaway's going to go for 2 here. Basically saying if he happens to get the ball back on the stop, the touchdown was good.
Late read there on the flag.
They will not find a way into the end zone, so they'll only get 6 points out of the trip. 49ers setting up for the kickoff.
I think every touchdown for the past like 2.5 hours is going to run.
We could like, obviously it's all going to be arbitrary, but like, what do you think the percentage today was if you take every single player here and like tallied up how many times someone ran to pass, like the run to pass ratio? Like, what do you think it was like a 80% people, 80% of the time people ran the ball, whereas 20% of the pass?
Joe
Think so?
finished his game 27.
That's probably right.
27 runs to, I think it was like 5 passes.
Yeah.
So that's,
The only thing we're missing is the wishbone offense. And Vince Lombardi on everyone's sideline. And someone just said that'd be nice. Joke just said that would be nice, so you know his ass would abuse it. Joke was 7 for 7 though. You just want me to point that out.
Yeah,
I mean, Joe can pass. I'm not saying Joe can't pass. Joe can definitely pass. Disgusted with Joke. I'm not going to say why, but I'm disgusted with Joke.
Possession of the football, good place to be at this point of the game. Kaepernick's going to be in the pistol here. And he's going to be tackled right around the 37.
Mo was about 5 yards away from a quick restart in the final game.
They came in here with a clear desire to run the football, and they have done just that.
They've done well. The offensive lines have played very well. There's no doubt about that. But look, the defenses, I'll say this about both of them. I don't think they're showing enough hustle. And if you don't hustle, you're going to get run on. 2 minutes remaining, and you're watching the NFL on eSports. Second down.
Let me tell you something. Madden now was super exciting comparatively.
Lining up in the pistol. And the give.
I mean, because at least those curls are sometimes, contested.
38-yard line.
Oh, short gain up front that time by the offense.
Could be, or it could just be better. Because we might be one of our.
There's going to be a lot of ugly plays that don't work. You just got to keep running.
Gore is lined up now as the running back behind the quarterback. Takes
Oh, no.
another handoff.
Wow.
You guys just hitting the restart?